Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 2 of season 1 of Reacher. Last episode, our premiere episode, was a really strong pilot. Set the stage beautifully, gave us a great sense of all of our main players, at least for now, and was really it was just fun. It was a really good time. I didn't expect it to be as funny as it was, but I really found myself enjoying the intrigue and the interplay with Reacher and everybody that just happened to cross his path. We have a mystery that has been set before us and is tied to this family that is kind of running things behind the scenes on this town. We got 2 murders now. We have someone who is about to take the fall for cooking some books or something like that, some accounting thing, and somehow Reacher's brother is also roped into all of this. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So I can't wait to see what happens. So we'll go ahead and jump in. If you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access to those as well. They are on watch along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes and react to the entire episode. Get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind the scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while. So share it to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I'd really appreciate it if you enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it goes a long way with helping these videos out over here. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for the YouTube side of things. And with that all said and out of the way, let's hop into episode 2. Here we go.
Reacher, get back here! I don't need 250 pounds of frontier justice tearing up this town. Follow him, make sure he doesn't ruin our case.
I like how he referred him to frontier justice after my comparisons to the last episode feeling a lot like a Western. I mean, not that I've seen that many Westerns. I've seen a handful. Obviously, I know the staples, but I really do need to watch a few more. Oh! Lose eyes. Yeah, he's gone. He just pulled a Michael Myers, man.
This is not your investigation. Second, babysitting some giant vagrant's hardly my dream assignment. So stand down and let me do my job, because I'm very good at it.
If you were very good at it, you wouldn't have been trying to follow a man on foot in a police car.
I was going to say something about that.
Now I can either follow you the whole way, or I can save the shoe leather and get in the damn car.
I like her, man. Scrappy. She's also not afraid to get in his face at all. Love it.
For the record, I'm not a vagrant, I'm a hobo.
Whatever.
I need to look up the definitions because I was like, Now I'm just thinking, what are the distinctions?
I'm so sorry. Paul won't be back till late, but at least now I get a chance to thank you.
Is that Kristen Crook?
My husband told me that you looked out for him in that awful prison.
Awesome. I haven't seen her in anything since, actually I didn't even see it, but Chun-Li. I remember seeing the trailers for it.
I assume that's why you're here with bank stuff?
My brother was murdered.
That the man they found by the highway?
He was. And he had your husband's telephone number on him.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
That's what we're here to find out. Why my dead brother had your live husband's number on him.
Well, I have no idea.
Mama?
I love the way he just puts things, man.
Hallie's growing like a weed. Yeah, I know. She's the one with the glasses. Can you believe she's a year younger than Lucy?
Yeah, I use your restroom.
It seemed like that, I don't know, maybe he had a thought of his own, but it seemed like he had like a aha moment whenever she mentioned the kids, but maybe just an excuse to poke around. Oh, a bramble. Someone was out in some weeds.
One, she said Tally is the one in the glasses. Glasses is the main difference between the girls. Everything else was a matter of degree. Taller, shorter, but glasses was absolute. One wears them, one doesn't.
And?
Right before I was attacked in prison, a guy pointed at me and said, him. I'd taken a guy's glasses.
Why?
Because he wasn't a nice man. I still had him on when these cons came at me. Hubbles had been smashed. He was a target, not me. Hubbles on the runner, they've already got.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Some kind of seed. Why would a banker have him on his dress shoes?
You went in his closet.
No, mudroom.
It's an agrimony burr. They grow in tall grass all
Burr,
around. You
that's it.
Because they stick on you and they go for a ride.
Dude, my legs, my shoes used to be just covered in those things all the time back in the day, dude.
Killer was a skilled marksman.
What makes you think that?
Second victim was sprinting away in the dark. Gun had a silencer on it, which makes even close range work inaccurate, but he got a kill shot.
Yeah?
Printer Joe's. Size 13. See the divot? Heard someone coming up behind him, tried to turn, took 2 in the head before he could do anything about it.
Damn, dude.
The shooter came through here. Waiting for Joe. 2 days ago, moon would have been about 26 degrees further west.
Jesus!
This is where he hid.
Dude, I'd love to see like a face-off between him, Sherlock, and Will Graham.
Sniper shot from the tree line would have done the job with less risk. Shooter wanted to be close.
Maybe it was personal.
Someone takes your life, it's always personal.
Sometimes maybe money, but most of the time, sure.
Do you have a family?
Small talk to see if I say something to help your investigation.
I'm being nice to a guy who just lost his brother, but, you know, now that you brought it up.
In order, when we were kids, no family. Last time we spoke, he was working in Homeland Security.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. And we know there's a little sketchy little family pulling some strings here in this town, too. Maybe he was investigating them.
Let me guess. Rich guy in a fancy pickup put a 50 in each of your pockets to take care of me?
Honored.
Loose lips, man.
Hey. We're talking to you, man.
One, you want to be drunk doing this, too, of all things?
I'm just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us here.
One of you's gotta drive to the hospital.
Oh, did he just headbutt that fist?
I know where the hospital is.
He's like, I volunteer to keep my hands. That one was at least.
They all just rolled into Margrave.
That one, he was smart. He played it smart, man. Oh shit.
Okay.
No.
Just giving your dog some water.
I must have knocked the bowl over because I gave him water this morning.
No, you didn't.
Bowl was bone dry. You calling me a liar?
Yeah. I ain't calling you a truther.
I suggest you leave my property.
I suggest you take care of your dog.
There's been another murder. Police Chief Morrison.
For the record, I didn't do it.
I know.
The crime scene is worse than anything I ever saw in Boston. And I saw things in Boston.
Was he nailed to a wall?
How did you know that?
They got to him.
Preliminary examination of Police Chief Edward Morrison. Subject has been nailed to the
Oh.
wall contralaterally with 6 spikes, 2 of which were driven between the ulna and the radius.
Oh my lord.
How'd you know about the nails? Even in Margrave where it doesn't travel that fast.
Rib 7.
So it's not the same guy.
3 people killed my brother. At least 4 to do that to a guy Morrison's size.
Holy shit, his fucking balls are gone.
Oh!
Sorry, I'm just not used to this. You don't see this kind of thing every day. Pardon my French, but where the heck are his testicles?
In his stomach.
It's exactly how
You'll find him during the autopsy.
our little accountant was, he dropped his, I don't know, what was his flashlight, whatever it was. He just dropped whatever was in his hand. That was the exact death description that the other guy was given.
Said they'd nail him to a wall and cut his balls off if he caused
You
problems.
said Hubble didn't tell you anything in jail.
I lied. My brother didn't trust Margrave cops enough to tell you he was tracking something down here. Why should I?
Maybe he was dirty.
Think
Maybe
real hard before you finish that sentence. It'll determine how well your jaw works the rest of your life. Joe was clean, unlike that modern art piece hanging inside.
Ooh. God damn,
I
man.
just saw a big fat coincidence nailed to the wall. What I want to know is who else in Margrave PD's in on it.
God, man, this wordplay.
Whoever's running this had Morrison under his thumb. No one sits in the chief's chair unless they're under it too. They skipped you to get to Teal. So I guess that means he's dirty and you're okay.
And that means more to me than your vote of confidence.
God, I love this.
At least we know who we can trust.
I just love all the shit talk.
The way they were killed sent a message to their organization. You two think you can go it alone? You can't go it alone. There's only we here. You don't see that? I'll find whoever killed Joe on my own.
He called late last night, said that he had to speak to some people about sorting out this bank madness, and when I woke up, I realized he'd never come home. His phone goes to voicemail.
Yeah, he's not coming home.
But what the hell do you know about law enforcement?
It was very quiet.
We need us a real police chief and a real chief detective, too.
Hey, wait. Hold up. Shit. Wait, that was...
But what does some Yankee cop know about Margrave?
That's Brendan. That's Brendan Baser, dude.
20 years, and now there's...
Agent Pendrell. I just met him like a few weeks ago. Months at this point. He's a fun dude, man. He really is.
When I moved Kleiner Industries to this town 5 years ago, Margrave was run down.
This feels like such a Gus Fring play to me.
And I promise I will provide whatever funds, whatever resources to find whomever is responsible for these heinous acts.
This dude.
That's what I want to find out.
These killings are not related. Over the course of his career, Morrison...
In just a matter of days. Little suspect, buddy.
Prone to agree, but incompetence can look like malevolence, and it's a whole lot more common.
You know who's not incompetent?
He's not wrong.
Give us cover while we work the real angles. Like Joe's rental car. Must have had one, but no one's left at the murder scene.
You're handing out assignments now.
Yes. I don't have a phone.
Get one.
Can we trust Picard?
Known him for years. Gave me the best advice I ever got. Don't take the Margrave job.
Well, funny thing about advice, most of the time, we don't take what we're given.
We'd be happy to keep you updated on the investigation. Just leave your contact information with the department before you head out.
I'm not leaving.
Oh.
I figured I'd stick around a while. Margrave's such a nice town.
Used to be. Not so much lately.
The two fellas come by my shop asking about you. It didn't seem all that friendly. Watch your back, Mr. Reacher.
Great.
Are you worried about me, Mr. Mosley?
Oh.
FBI agent named Picard is on his way. He's taking you into protective custody. Picard will keep you safe. That's what your husband would have wanted.
Why are you talking about him in the past tense?
We have to assume Paul's dead. They tried to kill him in prison. They killed Morrison and his wife. Your husband's gone missing, so they most likely killed him too. There'll be time to grieve later. You have to think about your kids.
Damn. Cold, but correct. Oh.
You boys looking for a dance partner?
You think you can take all of us?
Let's find out.
It's not safe anymore. Let's go.
I'm not ready.
Let's go now.
Girls!
Hey, easy. I'm Picard. Mind putting the cannon down?
No.
Told you I need my own gun.
Do not let this bite me in the ass. We are talking about my career here. Feeling airtight. We ain't that tight.
Won't let you get burned.
Better not.
Yeah, be careful leaving this town, because I feel like we're going to set it ablaze.
Tanner Spivey, Chief Detective Finley, Margrave PD, calling on account of Jack Reacher.
Nice.
Is there somewhere we can meet up? Get our story straight before lawyers start sniffing around?
Smart. Oh, this guy.
You should have let those boys kill you in the prison. It would have been a lot less painful.
Are you serious?
Let's go.
He's got to scrunch up nice and tight to get in like a trunk like that, man.
Well, a smart move would be to shoot me right here, but you haven't done that yet. Maybe you don't want to draw attention firing outside a crowded bar. Or maybe you have orders to take me to your boss so we can find out how much I know. Whatever it is, it means that when I make my move, you're going to hesitate. And you guys know what Cato said about hesitation, right? He who hesitates.
Oh my God! Oh, 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 my arm. I feel that.
Stop where you are. Mark 7. I need backup at the Blue Cat. Full pursuit of one suspect, second and large.
Fuck off.
How many more are we waiting on answers from? 6?
The Atlanta airport alone.
It didn't go as planned.
Mm.
They weren't goons. Probably military or ex-military. South American.
How could you know that?
Because if they weren't, I would have killed them within 10 seconds.
How'd you know they were South American military?
Spoke Spanish, had Glock 17s, and the technique one guy used to headbutt me was from a martial art called Ricey. Hardly anyone uses except branches of South American Special Forces.
Well, god damn.
Plus, if they weren't, I would have killed them within 10 seconds.
Fall back on that one.
I'll chase it down then and handle it myself. You, go get some rest.
I'm getting a beer.
Absolutely not. You saw those people at town hall. They were ready to grab torches and come after you like Frankenstein.
Frankenstein was the doctor. They went after Frankenstein's monster. Details matter.
Jesus. He's gonna get so sick of that phrase by the end of this whole thing.
Now, you can go to your motel right now and sleep in a comfortable bed, or I can arrest you for vagrancy and you can sleep in my holding cell.
He's not a vagrant. He's a hobo.
Details matter. I swear if she said that after that, I would have died.
Just tell him. Make sure he goes straight back to the motel.
I'm gonna look that up after this, if I remember.
Follow me to my place. I gotta change into something less law enforcement. We gotta stop by a gas station and get you a t-shirt with a little less blood on it.
Probably be beneficial going somewhere public.
Uh-oh. They're playing Patsy. You know what that means?
No.
It means we gotta dance. Practically the law.
My God. I really thought we were gonna smash cut to them just going to town.
I don't need your jacket. Move your ass.
But yeah, she's had the hots for him the second he came into town, man.
What half?
No. Prefers Agnet.
No one prefers Agnet.
Excuse me?
What are you reading right now? Read me the flavor.
Spi-
Read it out loud.
Spicy Cajun crottators?
There you go. I'll take a Clark bar.
My parents died when I was a kid, but I had Gray. Taught me everything I know about being a cop. How to work a case, keep your notes and files organized. He was depressed a lot. Never married, no kids, drank. Fell from the rafters in his garage about a year ago. Always give me daisies on my birthday. Daisies are my favorite. What about you?
Snapdragons. Cool name, hard to kill.
Yeah. You know, before we get into it, I could use a real breakfast. Sagnut ain't cutting it.
Should have had the Clark bar.
Yeah.
Great. Dirty ass feet. They come in from the woods, or they definitely didn't drive here if their feet are that fucked up. I mean, I guess they could have, depending on what they were doing.
When they
But
came in, they tracked
come
through the
on,
flower
man.
bed.
Oh, well, never mind. There it is.
They're gonna kill me?
Could have been here for me. My car was busted out front.
Wow.
They're not coming back.
I'm really gonna need a gun.
Yeah, let's... What a great way to end it, man. That cut to that. Man, this show's really freaking good, dude. Like, it takes its time when it needs to. It really lets you live in a lot of these moments. And I gotta say, man, again, like, this was pretty evident in the pilot. And sometimes pilots can really put their best foot forward when they want to kind of hook you into the rest of the show. But honestly, a lot of that charm and charisma and sass did not let up, dude. The the way that Reacher, and not even Reacher, because everybody else is just snapping right back at him a lot of the times, and the way that everybody's kind of playing with one another in these kind of roundabout ways verbally is always so fun. His descriptions, his kind of like callous detachment from a lot of what's going on is hilarious. Like his description of that murder scene, just the nonchalant way he's like that hanging art piece in there or whatever, and like all the other little snarky things that he just kind of says, it just catches me off guard and it's hilarious. And then just the callbacks, the kind of repeated elements that are coming into play throughout this. And I swear, by the end of this, dude, Finlay is going to hate the phrase, details matter. The words details matter are going to haunt him for the rest of his life. But rather than officially get the FBI involved, we were able to get this family out of here because he's still not come back. No, they killed the police chief. Hubble's MIA. Not picking up anymore after a late night phone call saying he was not going to be back for a minute. Their house was being camped out as well. You know, I like when we got that description of what they were going to do with it, it just sounds so over the top. It just sounded like somebody who was just talking out their ass. But no, they meant it. They nailed him to the wall, fed him his testicles, and likely while he was bleeding out, he had to watch his wife get murdered. They were going to do it. Hell, they did it to that guy. Learning that his brother worked for Homeland Security, was with Secret Service, and was here investigating something, but due to that secrecy, they can't nail it down to any one thing because there's a large blanket of messed up shit that they would be tied into, and it could be any number of things. You know, a banker's involved, we know that much, so obviously there's money in play. There's this town with this kid who's already ran up to Reacher and tried to threaten him, who's, you know, the kid of the dude who went off spouting his mouth, you know, talking up the new sheriff and how he's going to fund everything they need to into this investigation because he brought his business to this town because he believes in this town, blah, 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 blah. Something's going on there. Like, I feel like they're not even attempting to hide that, but who knows? It could just be a big old red herring, but I'd be kind of shocked if that was the case with everything we're doing right now, but you never know. Spivey calling him out after he tried to call him out and then got him jumped by these South American ex-military men who, I loved the way he described that. It was like, they had to be military because otherwise I would have killed them in 10 seconds. Also, they used this special move that only them down there would have used, but also I would have killed them in 10 seconds otherwise. He had extra details, but it all boiled down to, I would have killed them in 10 seconds if they were anything other than military. That was funny. That was good. Because of what kind of show this is, not even show, I guess like genre, I guess this is leading into. Obviously, we've got kind of a little bit of a power fantasy going on, and there's already, like even in the first episode, like her taking him through town, getting him the shirt, there's all kinds of sexual tension all throughout this. They are not shying away from that at all, and honestly, I do like them together. Like they do, like she's backing him up because she can see him for who he really is, while Finlay kind of, like anybody else in this situation, wants to protect their territory. They're just kind of really just rubbing up against each other the entire time, while she's kind of able to at least see past his big old meaty exterior, but she's also interested in that big old meaty exterior. On top of that, Reacher's just an interesting beast, man. His bedside manner sucks, but his heart's in the right place. It's also really interesting that his mind is always on. Like, he's never really off. Like, even when he's seemingly got his guard down, he's taking in everything around him. It's really interesting. And like in these flashbacks of his childhood, you know, him, you know, the last episode, we got him and his brother beating up some bullies who were just trying to mess with him when they came into town. Here, they found another set of bullies, maybe the same bullies. I don't know. I didn't recognize them. I didn't commit any of the faces from the last time to memory. But they were, you know, bullying this kid and making them dance for them. And they were like, you're going to stop that. So it just goes to show, like, the kind of character that he's kind of always had. And it just gets him into these situations like this. You know, he's not one to tolerate bullies or people flaunting or flouting their power over other people with impunity. And it just kind of shows his morality. But also, that kid in his truck came up and he's like, we got some dirt on you from when you were deployed. Apparently he did some messed up stuff that got skirted, like just kind of brushed under the rug. So I'm curious if that's going to come into play and if there's going to be any blowback from that. But yeah, this was a great episode, man. Again, the hand-to-hand is great in this. Alan Ritchson, dude, I mean, I imagine in some elements he's going to have a stunt double but in a lot of the stuff we've seen so far, it does seem to be all him. I couldn't tell if there were too many angles where it could have even been a body double. You know, he was very present in a lot of that. It's also nothing that he wouldn't be able to learn. It was a lot of choreography that shouldn't be too crazy, but he's doing a damn good job at selling it. Yeah, I'm really digging this, dude. Also, coming down to like his insights, the way he picks up things when they were investigating where the last body was found, and he was kind of discerning where the person was hiding, what was going on, breaking down the scene in his head. I always love stuff like that, and seeing like people's mental processes. While we're not really getting in his head, we're seeing his process and just kind of seeing what he can bring to the table. Even if we're not going through like Sherlock, seeing like all the little things that he's noticing, but he is describing everything to us in that kind of way. But like, it just makes me think of like the way that he's recreating the scene in his head. It immediately took me to Will Graham in Hannibal, the way that he would kind of embody the killer, and then you would see a recreation of it. That show was the best I've seen at doing anything like that. I love the way Sherlock does things with little like details that are picked up on, but when we're talking about recreation of a crime scene, Hannibal has, I think, done it the best that I've seen. But I like this. It just made me think of that. You know, like these people who are able to just pick up all these small little things and just put the puzzle together like in an instant. I just like to see them all in a room and just see how quickly a normal person would just like want to just get the hell out of there. Yeah, fantastic episode, dude. I'm honestly surprised they didn't smoosh yet. So subverting some expectations that I had. I like it. But we got, 6 more episodes to go. We'll see what happens next. Not a lot of headway just yet. We're still kind of kicking up the weeds, so to speak. But guys, what did you think of the episode? Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoy the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, York Coruscant, Melito, Robert Onguiono, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Amy Becca, Casey Wood, JoJo, and Scythe. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.